Hey guys, Morgan the Rebellious Reviewer here. We talk about music, books, and movies. And today we're going to be doing what's probably going to be my most popular video to date, the top 10 worst hit songs of 2019. So, 2019 as a year was okay, I guess. It had some very unique moments, such as Billie Eilish, Sweet But Psycho by Ava Max, Old Town Road. But then there was also some bad stuff, which is what we're going to talk about today. First, a few rules. Only songs that made it onto the year-end Hot 100 can make this, and no year-end repeats allowed, meaning Sicko Mode and Happier are not qualified. And that's about it for the rules. Now, let's move on to our number 10.
Yeah, birds need bees and ice needs whiskey. Boys like me need girls like you to kiss me. Fishing in the dark needs nitty gritty under that pale moon. Sweet tea needs that sugar stirring. Small town nights need both ends burning. Shades need drawing, hearts need falling, boots need knocking boots, knocking boots. Me and you. Oh.
Luke Bryan is one of my least favorite country singers ever. All of his songs are just so sleazy and gross, and he often tries to incorporate hip-hop elements that don't match at all. This song is just as sleazy and gross as all of his other songs, and yeah, it's terrible. It doesn't sound that bad, even if it is a little cheap, but what I can't stand about it is that the song is about sex in probably the most cheesy way possible. It sounds less like song lyrics and more like a kindergarten lessons on what things go together. Birds need bees, blah blah blah. The instrumentation is practically non-existent until near the end when the guitar picks up a bit, which is admittedly cool and keeps it from being higher on this list. And Luke Bryan's a decent singer, but he's just given really bad stuff to work with, and this is no exception. Next.
No matter where we go, no matter what we do, if you're there, girl, I've got my eyes on you. Don't matter where we've been, no, there ain't no better view than you in my arms with my eyes on you, with my eyes on you, with my eyes on you.
I know nothing about Chase Rice beyond this song. While not the worst country song of the year, it is the ugliest. The beat is made up of muddy guitars, a snap beat, and drum machine. The more bleak and it ends up being way more bleak and gross than I think Chase Rice intended it to. In fact, I actually saw a thing on his Wikipedia page where he said that this was meant to be, like, super happy and romantic, but I don't get that at all from this. Also, this song is about Chase Rice not even caring about all the nice things his girlfriend and he are doing together because he's too busy staring at her. That's kind of creepy, and the ugly instrumentation doesn't help the sinister vibe. If you think this is romantic, fine, but I find it disgusting. Number 8 now?
100 bands in my pocket, it's on me. 100 deep when I roll like the army. Get more bottles, these bottles are lonely. It's a moment when I show up, God, I'm saying wow. 100 bands in my pocket, it's on me. Yeah, your grandma will probably know me. Get more bottles, these bottles are lonely. It's a moment when I show up, God, I'm saying wow.
Post Malone is a hit-or-miss artist. He has some really good songs like Circles, Candy Paint, and Congratulations. But then he has some terrible ones like this. The beat is flimsy and the lyrics are really stupid, with lines like,
I got a lot of toys, 720
And
Made another hit cause I got bored now.
so yeah, I think you get the point as to why this song sucks. Next.
She told me put my heart in the bag and nobody gets hurt. Now I'm running from your love, I'm not fast, so I'm making it worse. Now I'm digging up a grave for my past. I'm a whole different person. It's a gift and a curse, but I cannot reverse it.
R.I.P. Juice WRLD. That said, his performance on this is whiny, melodramatic, and annoying. This is coming from someone who listens to 2000s emo and pop punk. The lyrics range from melodramatic to misogynistic, with lines about not telling women when you're insecure, which is the epitome of toxic masculinity. The only reason this is as low on the list as it is that the beat is genuinely beautiful and melancholic. Next.
I talked you into slipping down the hall, baby, turn it on. Your playlist you play when you're in the shower. Talked you into taking up our time, making up your mind, switching back and forth for an hour. Now you're looking like a line from a Van Draw song. I'm looking at that fine little dress you got on. Don't get me wrong, girl, I love it. Now I just wanna talk you out of it.
Florida Georgia Line trying to mix R&B with country sounds terrible. This song is composed of an ugly guitar line and a drum machine, that's so fake that even I noticed it. It makes the song feel gross rather than sexy. Tyler Hubbard is trying to be smooth and failing. Also, the phrase, talk you out of it, should never have been used as a sexual innuendo. It's just so cheesy and lame. Next.
Gonna do the two-step, then cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart and spin out with him. Do the hold down and get into it. Take it to the left now and dip with it. Gonna throw down, take a sip with it, and lean back, put your hips in it. Let's have some fun.
This is basically a 2006 snap song with country music influence. The beat is too dull and obnoxious to dance to, but the lyrics are dance instructions, meaning it can't serve any other purpose. Then there's Blanco Brown's accent, which is just obnoxious. And this is coming from someone who grew up in Texas. So yeah, next.
Please me, baby. Turn around and just tease me, baby. You got what I want and what I need, baby.
Let me hear you say,
Please.
let me hear you say,
Please. Please me, baby. Turn around and just tease me, baby. You got what I want and what I need, baby.
let me hear you say,
Please.
let me hear you say.
Please.
This exists for no reason other than to cash in on Finesse's success. It doesn't help that those harsh synth and rattling hi-hats feel like they're ripping through my skull. Bruno Mars's yelps are annoying, and the lyrics are basically unsexy sex lyrics. Cardi B is the best part of the song, but she does have this one line where she calls poor girls trash, which I'm not okay with. You'd think that someone who likes Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez so much would be a bit more sensitive when it comes to poor people, but apparently not. Next.
I got hoes calling a young nigga phone. Where's Ollie with the motherfucking dog? I be ballin' like a motherfucking pro. I be ballin' like my nigga Mo. Check West, I ain't a motherfucking joke.
This is mainly on here for Sheck West's delivery, which is just obnoxious. And it sounds like he's braying most of the time. It doesn't help that the lyrics are generic flexing. I only like two things about this. One, those ominous keyboards, and two, the beat switch up near the end. Still, they're not worth sitting through 3 minutes of braying. Next.
Breakfast at Tiffany's and bottles of bubbles. Girls with tattoos who like getting in trouble. Lashes and diamonds, ATM machines. Buy myself all of my favorite things. Been through some bad shit, I should be a savage. Who would've thought it turned me to a savage? Rather be tied up with calls and not strings. Write my own checks like I write what I sing. Yeah, miss, stop watching my neck. Make big deposits, my gloss is popping. You like my hair? Gee, thanks, just bought it. I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it. Yeah, I want it, I got it, I want it, I got it.
Everything about this is terrible. The chorus samples a song from The Sound of Music. 1, thanks for ruining my childhood. And 2, thanks for reminding me of the Wind It Up by Gwen Stefani, aka one of the worst songs of 2007. The beat outside of the chorus is a generic trap beat with these chimes that are just annoying. Then there's Ariana Grande's rapping, which is flat, monotone, and barely has a flow to it. Finally, we have the catty lyrics, which sound like they were written by Regina George. Ironic, considering she referenced Mean Girls in her Thank You Next music video. On this song, Ariana talks about how she wants money to define her, how poor people are inferior, blah blah blah. The only time I can get into this is when I'm thinking about the protagonist of my book, who's a villain, by the way. That should show you how unlikable this song is. Next. And now for our honorable mentions. Starting with...
Now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you loved.
Yeah, it shrunk on me since I did my top 20 ranking. I still don't mind the piano riff or even the lyrics, but God, I hate Louis Capaldi's voice. And speaking of whiny songs...
Leave me alone. Drunk as fuck, get you dumb as fuck. Running out the bus. Leave me alone. Drunk as fuck, get you dumb as fuck. Bitch, you done it what? Leave me alone. Drunk as fuck, bitch, you dumb as fuck. Running out the bus. Leave me alone. Hey.
The beat is okay, but Flipped and Arrow's delivery makes it sound like he's going through puberty. Some would say, oh, you listen to emo music, so you have no room to talk. But even most of my bands aren't this nasal. Speaking of obnoxious rap songs...
Yeah, I am a menace. Keep me a ratchet like tennis. I'm with this shit like I'm Dennis. I started this shit, I'm a business. Niggas be hating, trying to blemish my image. Who want the smoke? 2 to 3 count with the scope. Extended clip long as a rope. We wipe his nose, just like he had him a cold. I knew that boy was a hoe.
There's a lot I like about this song. I like that it's not a trap song. I like how aggressive it is. But... that drum beat makes me feel like I'm being hit over the head with an anvil. It's that awkwardly heavy. And also, this guy rhymes pickle with nipple with pimple. Worst rhyme scheme ever. Next. because of Lil Baby and Gunna's obnoxious deliveries. Seriously, they sound like Young Thug with less personality or charisma. Also, I can barely tell which one of these guys is which. They're that indistinct. And speaking of Lil Baby,
baby putting on for the city. Baby, he the realest. Baby probably got a couple million. Baby having 4 or 5 killers. Baby got children. Baby probably still drug dealer. Baby ain't a trapper, he a rapper. Baby making classics. Baby in the hood getting active. Baby keep it real with his people. Baby like a preacher. Baby probably still sell real.
this exists entirely because Lil Baby and Da Baby both have baby in their names. It's on the list because Lil Baby's voice is still annoying. And next,
break up with your girlfriend. Yeah, yeah, 'cause I'm bored. You can hit it in the morning. Yeah, yeah, like it's yours. I know it ain't right, but I don't care. Yeah. Break up with your girlfriend. Yeah, yeah, 'cause I'm bored.
seriously, Ariana? Another generic trap beat? Really? This is basically Ariana trying to steal someone's boyfriend and trying to get us to sympathize with her because of it. Which is just gross. And speaking of Ariana,
You ain't my boyfriend, boyfriend. I ain't your girlfriend, girlfriend. But you don't want me to say nobody else, and I don't want you to say nobody. But you ain't my boyfriend, boyfriend. I ain't your girlfriend, girlfriend. But you don't want me to touch nobody else. Anywhere, like tell nobody.
I swear guys, I don't hate Ariana Grande, but she keeps making bad songs this year. Anyway, this song's basically a worse version of Thank You Next. It's also a miserable song about Ariana Grande and the guys from Social House not dating, but staying together for sex despite being miserable. It's just an ugly song. Next.
Tell me how's it feel sitting up there, feeling so high, but you far away to hold me. You know I'm the one who put you up there, deep in the sky. Does it ever get lonely? Thinking you could live without me, thinking you could live without me. Baby, I'm the one who put you up there. I don't know why. Thinking you could live without me, live without me. Baby, I'm the one who put you up there. I don't know why.
Here we have a dull song where Halsey guilt trips G-Eazy. Seriously, this song has Not Over It written all over it. Next.
'Cause I don't care when I'm with my baby, yeah. All the bad things disappear. You're making me feel that maybe I am somebody. I can deal with the bad nights when I'm with my baby, yeah. 'Cause I don't care as long as you just hold me near. You can take me anywhere. You're making me feel like I'm loved by somebody. I can deal with the bad nights when I'm with my baby, yeah.
Yeah, I can tell. Also, this song is obviously pandering to introverts in a way that's honestly gross. And speaking of Ed Sheeran and pandering,
Beautiful people, top designer clothes, front row fashion shows. What you do and who'd you know? Inside the world of beautiful people, champagne and rolled up nose, prenups and broken homes, surrounded but still alone. Let's leave the party. That's not who we are. We are not beautiful. Yeah, that's not who we are. We are not beautiful.
basically the same song as I Don't Care, but with less energy and originality. And now for my number one.
Shark do do
do baby shark do baby shark do baby shark.
I know this seems like an obvious pick, and a lot of you probably think that I'm joking, but I'm not. I genuinely hate this song. It's annoying, it's stupid, it's not funny enough to make a good meme, and it doesn't even work as an educational kids song because it doesn't explain what the relatives mentioned in the song are. It just says what they're called. In other words, it fails at everything. Also, the kid singing is really annoying. And the beat is just, it sounds like a kid song. It's cheap. Anyway, and that's my list. Leave your own list in the comments below. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And I have a best list coming soon. I'm Morgan, the Rebellious Reviewer, and I'm out.